Hi. So I'm sitting here with a Western red cedar. Um, and I might feel a little spacey to you because they're such a transcendent tree. They can be giants, 150 to 200 feet high, 15-foot diameter, live easily to over 1,000 years. Evergreen. So always the same, constant throughout the seasons, with slight variations of their energy flows given the climate. Um, powerful, powerful spiritual tree. Maybe one of the most powerfully spiritual in that pure sense, where transcendent is where you are not normal. It's not a normal frequency of energy to most of us. It's a much more subtle energy field, a much more subtle vibration. Um, and they do this in a grounded way, which is remarkable, actually, given that they are so mystical. The quiet here is profound, being with this tree right now. And the energy um, currents are so subtle and beautiful. The tree itself is this beautiful, long, graceful form that flows up in this huge cone with its canopy. Quite magnificent. Every culture that has a cedar of some form has recognized their spiritual potency and the ability to fine-tune human vibrations and raise them to a much more exquisite level and much more subtle dimensions of reality. This is all sounding pretty esoteric because, again, I'm with the cedar and I'm feeling all of these energy flows right now. It is so peaceful and grounded as it does this transformative work. For its eternity. Cedars are known for their ability to dismiss bugs and fungus, and when they fall, they can be a nurse log for easily over 100 years, supporting other species on the forest floor. It's just a completely different time frame and reality system than what we walk around with almost all of the time. It's just so refined. And I hate to keep saying the word present, but it is just present, 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 present in this tranquility and this huge transmission. It's like when you're with a cedar, deeply with a cedar, it's the barriers fall away in your energy systems, your boundaries kind of dissolve, and you find that you are significantly connected. But you're not even really here as a contained energy form. You're here as a presence, as a being, just as the cedar is. Was recently reading from Dr. Northrup's book, one of her books, and she was talking about the myofascia in our bodies that go around every possible system and organ and muscle and everything, connects everything. So it's a super connective tissue, leading from your hair to your eyes to your toes to your intestines to your liver, whatever, and that that all along this myofascia, there are energy emissions, of course. Everything puts out energy. And that the acupuncture meridians are located on this myofascia. And that's why when you work with one point, it influences something quite far away. So your big toe can influence your brain. And it's the same way with this connective, subtle, unseen vibrations that we inhabit constantly that connect us with all of life. And when we acknowledge these frequencies, it's such a great joy and pleasure and delight and welcoming and homecoming to our human spirits. And this is as people have known it forever. And they have experienced this with the cedar tree in whatever culture. The true cedar, because they've lived so long, they have all of this stuff around them. The true cedar is only present really in Mediterranean or the Himalayas. And although I met some today, they're deodar cedars. I think that's how you pronounce them. And they have been given their due as a spiritual force on the planet from the ancient times, from way back. Any recorded history that talks about them talks about their spiritual force. The western red cedar, which is what I'm leaning against right now and surrounded by, is actually not a true cedar. And the eastern white cedar is not a true cedar. They are more cypress or juniper in the scientific way of looking. They were named cedars because of their fragrance and because of their spiritual powers before all of the science came in. That's the understanding. The Indians who lived in the Pacific Northwest and all over the United States actually, but the Pacific Northwest is where the red cedar lives, and made this just their go-to spiritual place. It was the world tree, it was the center of life, it was all of these things, and the cathedrals of cedars were their gathering places, and they're places for many rituals and transformation processes in their daily life. Cedars also were used as the first sanctuaries with Indians and through many cultures. So it's not that we are recognizing this, or I'm experiencing this in my own little world for the first time. I'm hooking into a big understanding of this tree, and I just love that. I just love knowing what people have done and thought about trees and different species through history. It's also another big connective factor in the unfolding of our consciousness and who we are and where we are and what we are as people, as humans, as life on the planet. So I encourage you right now, let's all just tune in a bit. So open yourself, be in an open posture, palms up, and take a moment to remember a cedar, to be with a cedar, to imagine a cedar, and this incredible fragrance and solidity yet transcendent quality that has no boundaries in its energy emissions. Tune into your own moment here. And ask for these energy forces to become more apparent in your awareness and in your daily connections with others and with your own life forces. The transcendent qualities of refined energies. Allow these to come through you now, to open your entire being in a gentle yet powerful way. From this place, ask for your guidance, your knowing, your deep connection knowing to lead your life, to open your vision and your heart to all that is here for you and all that you are here to give in each moment. Let this field of energy surround you. If you have a request, understanding, or a wish to know something or a healing that you would like, request it now within this energy. No matter how much life you have remaining, it is short. Our human lifespan is nothing like a cedar who easily lives 1,000 years or more. Live with your heart. Live within the great opening of awareness. That's my wish for you. Blessings.